Hello, everyone. Good to see you. And for those of you, I saw you yesterday, wonderful to see you again. And those of you on the live stream, hello. Good to see you too. So this is moving from thought leadership to action leadership. So earlier, Jim Habig talked about what it means to manage a brand and who's responsible for a brand. And I think if we can all get behind this idea that all of us, whether we are in marketing, whether we're in sales, whatever role we're in, we connect with the customer. Every single touch point, every single feeling or experience is driven by people who work within a business. But there's something that's a little bit more fuzzy that I'd love for us to get connected to as we understand what it means to build and manage a brand. And that question is, and I'll ask everyone here, who is responsible for a brand and what belongs underneath the umbrella of brand stewardship? So that's what's a little bit fuzzy for us. And I'd like to make sure that we're understanding what's possible when we think about this. So as we think about the role of a marketer, there's so many things that we are responsible for. And in this age of corporate social justice, there could be a far broader lens that we could be looking at this with. So as you think about our role in marketing, we're responsible for what stories get told, what stories don't get told, what voices we amplify, what voices we don't amplify, the characters we use, the stories, all of those things. And all of those things represent socialization over time that helps move people. And so if you think about that and you think about the opportunity for all of us to be thoughtful and intentional about how we invest in that and the impact that has on a brand, doesn't that mean that we can all take a wider lens and make a broader commitment to brand stewardship? I think the answer is yes. Everybody agree? Yeah, I see some heads nodding there. So we did a study at the B2B Institute called Equity Every Day. And as a part of that study, we surveyed 1,700 marketers to understand how they felt about their role when it came to DEI. And 71% of marketers said, yes, this is important. We should be investing in diversity. But then when it comes to action, when we think about brand stewardship, what we learned from marketers is that it was around 40% of us didn't really see marketing being responsible for DEI investment and DEI action. So that means there's an opportunity. So there's a gap between those things, and that represents an opportunity. But the question is, how do we do it? And I think one of the paths forward is storytelling. So let's watch this video for an example of what that could look like.
So a typical day for me starts at 5:36 in the morning. I look and I see my daughter and I know I have to get up. I go to school from 9 to 1, and then I work from 2 to 6, and I get home in time for my baby. That's my only source of income. Every parent wants to give their child everything that they didn't have. And I never knew someone could make me so weak. But she does that. I'm looking to enter into database management. I'm not the most technical person, but I'm trying to turn my weakness into my strength. I don't like to ask for help. I need someone to guide me a little.
At NPower, we help underserved young adults to secure jobs in the technology field. I thought it would be a good match to connect Diamond and Jahida through LinkedIn. They were involved in the shelter system as well as our program. And I thought Jahida can be a really good mentor for Diamond.
Knowing that she's going through something that I've been through, it just brought back so many emotions. I definitely did feel a sense of greater responsibility and motivation to help her.
As a woman starting off in tech, what's some advice you could give me?
There's people there that want to help you, that are genuinely interested and invested in seeing you succeed. If I didn't connect with the folks in my network, I wouldn't be here today.
Jahida is connecting me with people that I never thought I would have conversation with. And it's just, I never would have did this on my own. I've been given a roadmap in a way, like, these are people you could get connected to on LinkedIn, and they can really help you. I need to talk to people, follow up with people. I'm not gonna be scared. I have a goal. Someone else is counting on me. I see myself going big.
When people feel something, they do something, right? When people feel something, they remember something. And I hope you felt that. That ad was from our In It Together campaign, and it told the story of Diamond. With our research partner, System 1, we can measure the effectiveness of ads, and what we know to be true is that, in general, most ads, only 1% of the ads on a 1 to 5 star score system actually hit 2 stars. But this ad that we just saw performed at 5.5 stars, and with the audience of African American women, it nudged up to 5.6 stars. And what that tells us is that when we feel seen, it means something. And so there's an opportunity for us to tap into that and tell powerful stories that help people feel seen, and then by being seen, it makes a better and more inclusive and more powerful environment. So, not an unexpected finding, but one that we can tap into. So, there are a few other learnings from this study that I want to share with you that we can do to invest in inclusive advertising. So I know a few of you saw this yesterday. Just quickly recapping for you. I want to reflect diverse experiences. So even if you're not in the audience, and you think about the story of Diamond, there's something about that, the overcoming of obstacles, that resonates with all of us. Bring excluded voices to the forefront. So thinking about how we tell the stories of people in other audiences, working with those communities to make sure we really fully understand what it means to stand in their shoes compassionately. One of the things to definitely remember that was done in this video, tell one powerful story. I think this is one of the best things that we can do. Rather than trying to squeeze in a lot of things or tell a lot of stories, find one powerful story and run with it. Think outside of the different history months and think about how do we infuse this into our marketing all year long. And then finally, we want to avoid the sadness trap. Emotion is a very powerful thing. And when we bring up negative emotion, especially when it tells a story of an audience that faces that challenge, we want to make sure we're resolving that emotion. So we have people end on a note that's positive, okay? So these are some of the principles to think about, and I hope we all can bring this to our storytelling and to the work that we do. Thank you so much. And I want to share one thing with you, because this is hard work to do this, but we don't have to do it alone. I think of any audience that understands this, it's the partner audience, because that's why you're all here. So as you think about how you take this on, think about how you take it on together. And one of the things we're proud to say at LinkedIn is that we partner with an organization called AdColor, and they do incredible work on diversity at the intersection of marketing. And so take a look at this video to see an example of a partnership that's meant a great deal to us, and think about who might you partner with to inspire your work going forward. It might be the person sitting next to you. Thank you very much.
Hi, Hi, I'm Annalene, VP of Partnerships at AdColor. AdColor is an organization that has been championing diversity, equity, and inclusion in creative industries for the last 16 years. Our mission is simple: rise up, reach back. We help individuals rise up and shine a light on their accomplishments while creating opportunities and encouraging them to do the same for others. Our goal is to create a community that celebrates and supports each other, and partners are critical to achieving that goal. LinkedIn is such an important partner to us. Over the last several years, and for the last 3 years as our official networking partner, they have helped us grow our community both on their platform and outside of it. They have provided resources, access to thought leadership. They've created meaningful moments for our community to connect both virtually and in person. We look forward to a long partnership with LinkedIn and can't wait to continue to grow this community and make it stronger together.